Hey folks, welcome to a new series from Mysterious JG that I'm doing. Well, there's a couple things going on here in my mind. So, let's jump into the game though. They'll probably come up over the course of playing it. But we are going to play the PS3, according to PlayStation 5 Network Classic, Bionic Commando trademark Rearmed. PlayStation Plus. They are preparing my game. I've never streamed a game from the. I wonder. Yeah, see, you can easily close your game with the PlayStation Plus card in the control center. It frees up space for other players. How do you save? I've never played a game on PlayStation Network like this before. I actually just changed my subscription to the premium one that gives you the classic game library because I kind of scoped out the difference between it and what I'm playing now and when I'm actually paying a month to like eat out at restaurants and feeling like, yeah, like having access to all these games. I mean, for me, it seems like it's not unreasonable. But I might play with it for a while and decide this sucks because I'm assuming I can save games. Let me tell you about the man. Let me tell you about the man I knew when I was young. In 2029, we discovered a top-secret document left by a long-dead military thingy detailed an unrealized weapons program known as Project Albatross. Learning this, the power-hungry commander of the Imperial Army, Generalissimo Kilt, stole the plans and decided to execute the project himself. The Federation's top agent, Joseph Gibson, Super Joe, was sent in to put a stop to his plans. But all contact with him was lost when he went to activate the Vulture Army. One man has been ordered to infiltrate the Imperial territory and rescue Super Joe. This is where our story begins. Bionic Commando Rearmed. Alright, so, yeah, I had this, like, weird flash that I wanted to play this two-player with Zerfall because it would be a fun series. Specifically, I was thinking Bobo the Vulture would really enjoy watching us play this because this is something Bobo and I would certainly have played at some point if situations had permitted it. And we spent like a fairly frustrating couple of hours trying to get this to work on Steam. And I won't go through every detail of it, but it just wouldn't work. We spent a lot of time trying to get this to work on Steam. And then Zerfall was like, well, you should get a refund. And I looked, and I got this on sale for $2, and that was over 5 years ago on Steam. But I also knew I had it on my Xbox 360, which is maybe how I should be playing it. But then I was like, well, I might have picked it up on Sony Network too. And then I realized, oh, this current Sony subscription program means that I could actually get this in a bunch of... This is not an ad for Sony's premium network. It was just like, oh. Like, once they hook you on paying the basement price, which I've been paying for years, and have a game library of games I've never played based on that. It's one of the reasons I don't have a lot of Steam games. I've got all these PlayStation Network games I never play anyway. But it does feel like, yeah, like I should play through this now because I had been trying to get it played, and I was looking forward to having fun with the fact that I'm now replaying this, having actually played Bionic Commando, the game from Grin that came out in the 2000s, which was a mess. And I'm curious how this will go. Let's do a basic tutorial. Just because I'll feel like I didn't showcase it otherwise. Stand right beneath the center blue block. Shoot the bionic arm out diagonally by pressing O. Oh, they're doing it for me. To shoot the arm straight above you, hold up and press O. They didn't tell me to press up there. Stand beneath the white platform and shoot the arm upwards. Okay. This is a pretty basic tutorial. If you've already played Bionic Commando, which of course I had for the Nintendo. But if you hadn't played Bionic Commando, like a modern... This would be a pretty confusing game for a modern gamer. The Nintendo, like, I guess they expected you to figure this out. I'm sure modern gamers would figure this out without prompting, but... Yeah. If you've played... Yeah, this is... I don't know why I'm doing this now, because I'm not reading the directions. It's only explaining things that I actually... Oh, that's right. They have the things that you can't jump on. It's only explaining stuff that I already knew from having played this. It's a fairly faithful recreation of the NES game. They changed some of the boss fights, because the NES game's boss fights were pretty garbage. Almost everything else about the game is faithfully recreated, at least in terms of gameplay elements. I suppose, no, wait, they got rid of the weird overhead sections, and well, we'll see as we go. But the main core gameplay of this is pretty faithfully recreated, and Bionic Commando was a weird game in how it played on the NES. Fixed obstacles such as concrete blocks can be grabbed, so you can pull them towards them. You can also be done while standing, although why would you? This is a thing that didn't come up that much, but I think that was in the original game. This is just this is like a core thing. This is so weird in this game, is actually swinging and jumping. And he's got a little jumpy animation, which is pretty neat. Now they're going to teach you about doing multiple jumps in a row, I suppose. There's a few points where you really need to get this right, and the only level I remember really changing in this is the last level, and they add some, like, master level control stuff that... Because Bionic Commando for the NES had a kind of a weird final level. There was some tough spots and a little bit of unfair difficulty, places you couldn't avoid damage. But for the most part, there wasn't a lot of, like, let's really push your skills on what you've done in the game. Bionic Commando was a game of... The difficulty was weirdly spaced. Like, the toughest level in the game was kind of halfway through the game, honestly. The weird well, when we get to it, the weird outdoor nighttime level always, to me, felt like as hard as the game got. In this difficulty mode, you will have infinite lives, and if you die from falling, you respawn on solid ground. You can reel out by pressing triangle, and you won't disconnect as easily as if you hit a wall. Enemies offer medium resistance. Infinite lives. Enemies offer resistance. Help blocks will help you on your way. Finite lives, and if you die, you begin at the last checkpoint. Enemies offer heavy resistance. See, this is annoying. What I want is infinite lives, but because in the original Bionic Commando for the NES, it was very easy to get new continues. So you had to go out and do it, but you could basically, if you paid attention to your continues, you could always make sure you had enough continues. But the idea that if you die from falling, you respawn on solid ground, no. I want a mode where you respawn at the last checkpoint. I want a mode where it's everything about it is hard except that you have the infinite lives, because I don't want to game over from not having enough lives. Because that's not how the NES game worked. The NES game, I want the NES difficulty. It's kind of weird that it doesn't exist. You can reel out by pressing triangle, and you won't disconnect as easily if you hit a wall. I don't even understand what that part is about. So I guess we'll go with medium for infinite lives, and you tell me if I shamefully got anything where I didn't have to do it right because I didn't spawn the... There will be sections where it's too easy because I don't like the level I'm thinking of where you're the outdoor nighttime level will probably be too easy because I don't have to spawn all the way back at the checkpoint if I mess up. Captain, do you read me? Here are your mission objectives. Your first priority is to find and rescue Super Joe. We don't know where the Imperials are keeping him captive, so you'll have to intercept their communications and track down his whereabouts. Your secondary objective is to slow down the Imperial advance by causing any disruption you can at their installations. Your pilot, Haley, will transport you and keep track of your progress in the mission log. Now, proceed into the war zone. Tread carefully and make us proud, son. Over and out. Don't call me son. Hey, a helicopter. Hey! Welcome aboard! Captain, I'm Haley! I'll be your pilot for this mission. I'll keep the comm line open at all times. Just give me a holler if you're in trouble and I'll get you to safety. Good to hear, Haley. Wait, no. I'm trying to think. So in the Bionic Commando game from Grin, the like Xbox 360, PS3 Bionic Commando game, I'm blanking on his name now. That voice actor that Lethal Feline hates, who does like Spike from Cowboy Bebop, he's Super Joe. And then I don't think the guy who did the voice of Spencer was famous, but he's doing this gruff voice. Ah! So I guess that's the voice I'm trying to do. Let's just say younger Spencer before he got the dreadlocks. Although presumably his wife was still murdered to create his bionic arm, because that was another plot reveal of the 2000s Bionic Commando game. Good to hear, Haley. So, who did you make mad to end up with this duty? Ha! Don't let my looks fool you, Captain. This gal has more stones than any other pilot in the force. And she empties out a bunch of stones onto the ground to show him. Good, then let's get this mission in the air. Yes, sir. This is a tutorial in Area 00. Just let me know if you want to land there or if you want to proceed straight to the battle zone. We can land here just because, I mean, in previous games there was stuff. So there's definitely changes in this game. The way the radios work is changed. There were gameplay mechanics in Bionic Commando that didn't make sense in retrospect. Like, pick which communicator you want to bring into a level. Only one works, but there's no way you'll know which the correct one is. New database entry. Challenge simulation terminal. I'm not going to bother with those. I played this game years ago, not recording it, in order to unlock stuff for... Because when Bionic Commando was coming out for Xbox 360, I was really excited. The game turned out to be kind of a disappointment, and it's a bit of a joke for me and Bobo now, with its whole emo music. But it was really exciting for us when it did come out, and did all the challenges thinking they would unlock cool stuff in that game, which I guess they did. Can't talk to this guy. But this is FSA base. And here's the room you can only unlock by getting the Yarashi, I guess. New database entry, revolver upgrade. Fight and enjoy. Okay, that seems messed up. Not really sure where we can get to see the database on our upgrade that we got. Basic tutorial. Oh, not the, is this the... No, not this. No. How do I get back out of here? Yeah, we're not doing that basic tutorial again. Maybe I will spend a whole video just dicking around with the Challenger. It was advanced tutorial. Air vent blocks. Yeah, that was in the last game. Oh. Yeah, some of the... Okay, so they do have, like, actual... Alright. I was trying to see if I could do it in 3 swings, which they made a big deal out of. Kind of kooky music. Alright. Didn't do it in 3, but... Okay. I didn't let go of the button. Yeah, the controls in this game are... It's a really interesting game. Like, you kind of can't tell sometimes, but this is a game you would want to play for yourself. Yeah, and if you don't want to play Bionic Commando Rearmed, then go check out Bionic Commando on like a NES, like a ROM. It was a really interesting game from movement mechanics. Yeah, that one just seems... It seems impossible. This is a game where it felt... There were definitely points where you felt like you were breaking the game. It felt like you were doing unintended stuff sometimes. Did they literally just say this is not a trick you will do very often? I feel like maybe they did. Did they? I'm doing something wrong. I'm definitely getting a little bit confused about the controls for, oh, let me just read it this time. Straight up plus circle, okay. This might feel strange at the beginning, but it's not something you need to do very often. Still, it's a good trick to have up your sleeve. Because I do feel like I did the grab right once, but then... Yeah, wouldn't straight up make you do that? I actually did it by doing down. And then I messed it up one time because I guess on some swings, like, you have to press circle again to start reeling in before your first bounce. Here, you need to get a swing from the left to right. Okay. Once you release, immediately change the direction. It's your trickiest move yet. I feel like I did it right that time. I definitely did it right that time. Walk over the edge of it. Oh yeah, this is definitely a thing that I've done in the... I feel like this actually is required at some points in the real game. Some of these tricks are like, you never really have to do them. Alright, this is probably just going to be video one dicking around with tutorials now. There's all sorts of, like, you don't have to play through them challenge levels, too. Where they have this, like... These guys clearly... Grin must have loved Metal Gear, because they tried to have a Metal Gear-style storyline in Bionic Commando 2000, and they also... apparently liked VR missions. The recoil swing is the very platform you're standing on to get a swing that sends you further down. This move you can easily get across bits that seem impossible. Oh yeah. No, this is one that was actually we used back in the day. There's a like fire-themed level in the game that has a certain amount of this. Like, I could never tell if we were even doing what was intended. Because you do... Ah, come on. Ah. Because you do so much swinging around on the ceiling in weird ways, like... It feels like you're missing big chunks of level, and then you realize, no, that's probably the only way you're meant to be able to clear it. The level that has the giant bruiser brawler guys. Don't worry, you have an infinite number of tries. Yeah. It can get a little ugly. Oop. Wait a second. Suddenly I can't do the most basic stuff. Infinite number of tries and an infinite number of dies. I thought I... Wait a second. I'm definitely getting... The game is not actually going to be this hard at first. some of the specifics. Yeah, it's going to be a while before some of these more advanced things they've showed us are even needed. Oh, I got really close that time. I was trying to press... I've been trying to hit the circle button. I don't think the circle button is even involved. A little too early in the swing that time. There's a pretty specific place you got to do it. Which I'm not doing. Ah! Thought maybe I could do the slightly different from what they intended, which was recoiling up higher. This is harder than the last one, which they said was like the hardest thing you will ever do in your life. I don't think they actually said that. Beat cancer. Passed a baby out of your private parts and into the world. None of those things are as challenging as this room. I did one of those two things. I know people have done the other one. This might look difficult, but if you've come this far, you're up to the task. Okay. Yeah, they like doing several jumps in a row. Like if none of them have a trick to them, this was a thing that like you get in the rhythm of being pretty good at this stuff in this game. It makes a big difference when there's not spikes beneath you making the pressure beyond too. And the music really helped with kookiness. Damn it! Can't be too much left of this. One of the biggest things to get your head wrapped around is that pressing the circle button without a direction does this diagonal thing. Let's talk about how this isn't that hard. Why do I keep saying stuff like that? And this is to fill up the weekend so that I've got extra time to get started on the Nobunaga's Ambition thing. I'm thinking this might be a longer series than I realized. I feel like there were tricks to get momentum going when you were in a swing like that, where you didn't... Damn it. I held the button. No, I knew. Because that's what I got wrong last time. I didn't hold the button. So that time I made sure I did. And it still was like, nah, you just dropped. Alright, thank you. This one's tricky. You need to swing above the spikes. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh, this one's mean. Well, we are going to have a full video of just the tutorials anyway. I knew that once I got the frickin' thing to go off, I would reel in time. Alright. And all that was because I was hoping to find out what my upgrade to the gun does. Okay, unlike the original Bionic Commando, troops do not parachute out of the sky to punish you for firing your gun in the neutral zone. Well, it's not considered neutral zone. It's something else entirely. All right, Area 1, the oil refinery. it's time to close down this video where I spent the first whole video dicking around in tutorials. When we come back next time, we'll start playing the game. Eventually, I'll save the game and find out if I'm going to be able to do this series this way at all, or if you're supposed to beat the game in one shot. I can't imagine that's the case. Thanks for watching.